Hi folks, Tommy Emmanuel here. I'm selling off some of my guitar collection to raise some money to help my friends at Guitars for Vets, and that's a great organization here in the United States. Some of the guitars are guitars that I've had for a long time, some are fairly new. This one I've had a few years, it's fairly recent. Martin made it for me and it's called a Street Master. And as you can hear, it's pretty loud. So there it is, the Martin Street Master with a flattened 5 chord. So these model Maidens that we're selling here, it's my signature model. Has CGP on the neck here, and it has the pickup with the microphone. Beautifully made guitars. You'll notice that on the headstock here it has a little kangaroo. Years ago, when I was touring in Australia, an old man came up to me after the show and gave me this little golden kangaroo, and my guitar tech cut the pin off and super glued it to the headstock of my Maiden. And so many people saw it that they wanted a kangaroo on their Maiden and they ordered it. Eventually they ended up having to make them out of pearl because they were so popular. You can never have too many kangaroos, you know that. So here it is. This is the 808, the TE model, and this one is the non-cutaway like I play. Now the other one we got here is exactly the same guitar, but it has a cutaway. And you know, that's good for getting up really high, where it's a struggle to get on this particular model. Same thing, it's got the pickup with the microphone in it, and that's the AP5 Pro. Great pickups, and these guitars are so well made. I will sign the guitar right here, and we also have the pleasure of giving you one of my special straps that goes with the guitar. So they'll be with every guitar sold, as well as the strap. This is a Telly made by a friend of mine in Germany. It's handmade, beautiful pickups and an unusual sound, but just a great feel to it. I used it on my Accomplice 1 album on some of the electric guitar parts. Yeah, so here it is. As you can hear, it's got that classic Telly sound, and it's got everything you need, this Telly, and it's handmade. So there it is. I love these little Hofner basses. This one is for sale, so if you like bass, then dig deep and empty your pocket and get yourself a new Hofner bass. Well, and you can do stuff like, and you'll get sued. Talk about my new amp, which is the Udo Rosner Da Capo amp. It has so much tone to it. I set the amp flat, in other words, bass in the middle, treble in the middle, and mids in the middle. And if you set things flat, the amp speaks and gives you every frequency. So I'm just plugged straight into the amp now at the moment. So let me play a little bit for you, and you can hear this. I'm going to point out a few things. Playing pretty quietly here, but you can play loud with this amp and it still sounds exactly like that. The actual tone doesn't change. I've been in situations where I've had the amp beside me on stage and the crew have been astounded at how big it sounds. So the amp has that, all those rich tones. It has a beautiful reverb as well. You can hear that it's just there. I've just got a little bit dialed in, but it's you can make it long or short. It has some delays, and they're beautiful quality. And Udo's myself with this amp. When I play shows like the Grand Ole Opry, I just turn up with my Udo amp, and they take a line straight out of the amp into the PA system, into the sound system that the audience are hearing, set it flat, and there it is. There's the sound. The cables that I love, the cables that I use live and that I trust, are David Laboga cables made in Poland. When I first went to Poland some 15 years ago or more, David gave me a bag with some cables in it and he said, try them, they will never let you down. And he was right, they never have. I have some of my older ones like this, and these are the very latest ones. They're thicker and beautifully sealed here. These Laboga cables are really the best that I've ever seen, that I've ever heard, and they deliver the goods, so I can highly recommend David Laboga cables.